Close your eyes for a moment and imagine absolute nothing, not darkness, not emptiness, just nothing. Then suddenly, in a moment so small we cannot even measure it, everything we know came into existence. This event, which scientists call the Big Bang, wasn't an explosion in space, but the creation of space itself. Time began, light began, and the universe started stretching outward like a balloon being blown up. In that first instant, the universe was unimaginably hot and packed with energy. But as the universe expanded, it cooled, slowly calming down from chaos into something more familiar. All the tiny particles that would one day become stars, planets, and even us were created in those early moments. Nothing looked like what we see today. There were no galaxies, no atoms, not even light traveling freely. It was the beginning of a story that continues even now, every second, above our heads. And this story begins with the simplest truth. We came from a moment that created everything from nothing. For hundreds of thousands of years, the universe was a glowing fog where light could not escape. Everything was too hot and too wild for atoms to stay together, so the entire cosmos stayed in darkness. But as the universe kept expanding, the temperature slowly dropped and atoms finally formed. When that happened, light was suddenly free to move, a moment known as the first light of the universe. This ancient light still travels through space today as a faint glow we can measure. It's like a baby picture of the universe, showing what things looked like long before stars existed. During this period, matter began gathering in tiny clumps, pulled together by gravity. These clumps would later become the seeds of galaxies, although nobody could have imagined it back then. The universe was still extremely simple, but it was quietly preparing for something extraordinary. Everything we see today, from stars to planets, began from these early ripples in the cosmic fog. Hundreds of millions of years later, gravity finally squeezed enough gas together to ignite the first stars. These early stars were huge, far larger than anything we see today, burning brightly and living fast. When they shined, the universe went from darkness to light for the very first time. These stars created the first heavy elements, the building blocks of life, planets, and everything around us. When they exploded, they spread these elements throughout space, enriching the universe. New stars began forming from this enriched gas, creating generations of starlight across the sky. As stars gathered together, the first galaxies slowly began to take shape like islands in a vast ocean. The universe we see now, full of beautiful spirals and glowing clouds, started from these early structures. Every star you see in the night sky is connected to this moment of cosmic awakening. And without these first stars, our sun, Earth, and every living thing would simply not exist. If the first stars ever formed were still alive today and we could see them, what do you think they would look like? Comment your guess below. As billions of years passed, galaxies merged and grew, forming large clusters and endless cosmic patterns. Our own Milky Way galaxy formed during this time, slowly gathering stars into a giant spiral. Inside one of its swirling arms, a small star lit up our sun, bringing light to a tiny corner of the galaxy. Around that sun, pieces of rock and gas slowly came together to form planets, including our Earth. While all this was happening, the universe never stopped expanding, its edges kept stretching outward. Later, scientists discovered something strange. Instead of slowing down, the expansion was speeding up. Something unknown, something we call dark energy, was pushing the universe apart even faster. We don't yet fully understand what dark energy is, but we know it affects everything around us. Every second, galaxies drift farther away, creating more empty space between them. The universe, even now, continues to grow bigger, colder, and more mysterious. Now think about this. The universe is nearly 14 billion years old, and we've only been here for a moment. Our entire solar system is just a small dot inside the Milky Way, one galaxy out of trillions. If the universe was the size of the ocean, Earth would be smaller than a grain of sand. Yet on this tiny grain of sand, life formed, evolved, and eventually began to wonder where it came from. Every atom in your body was once inside a star that exploded billions of years ago. We are literally made of stardust, connected to the universe in every possible way. Every breath we take, every step we walk, every thought we think comes from cosmic history. But even with this understanding, we often forget how unbelievably small we are in the cosmos. This realization should humble us, not in a sad way, but in a beautiful and meaningful way. Because the universe is huge, but our time here is incredibly precious. After all of this billions of years of creation, Earth is still nothing more than a tiny dust speck in the universe. And yet, inside this tiny speck, humans fight, judge, and hate for reasons that mean nothing in the cosmic scale. We divide ourselves based on race, religion, gender, appearance, and thousands of small differences. But the universe does not care about these divisions. All it shows us is connection, growth, and wonder. Every person you meet is made of the same cosmic ingredients you are. Every one of us is stardust. If the universe could speak, it would probably tell us, you are all the same story, written in different lines. So maybe the best thing we can do during our short time here is be kind, patient, and respectful to one another. Because we share one small home, one small moment, inside a universe that is far bigger than we can imagine. If we understand how tiny we are, we might finally understand how important it is to care for each other. And in the end, kindness is the one thing we can choose that truly makes this giant universe feel a little smaller and a little more human.